Once upon a time in a lush, green forest, there lived a small bunny named Benny. Benny was not just any bunny. He was known for his bravery and his big, floppy ears that often flopped into his eyes, making him look quite funny. One sunny morning, Benny decided to go on an adventure. He hopped along the winding paths of the forest, singing a silly song about carrots and clouds. As he bounced, he met his friend, Lucy the wise old owl. "Where are you hopping off to, Benny?" Lucy asked, adjusting her tiny glasses. "I'm on a quest to find the biggest carrot in the whole forest," Benny declared, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Be careful, Benny. You know the forest is full of surprises," warned Lucy. But Benny just laughed and continued on his way. As he hopped deeper into the woods, Benny stumbled upon a sparkling stream. He leaned over to take a drink when suddenly he saw a reflection of a giant carrot in the water. "Wow!" he exclaimed. "That must be the biggest carrot ever." But just as he was about to leap in, he heard a loud splash. Out of the water popped Gary the goofy frog, who shouted, "That's not a carrot, Benny. That's my favorite lily pad." Benny giggled. "I guess I need to sharpen my eyes. Can you help me find a real carrot, Gary?" "Of course," said Gary, hopping beside Benny. "Follow me." The duo hopped and splashed their way through the forest, encountering all sorts of funny animals along the way. They met a dancing squirrel who tried to impress them with his moves, but he ended up slipping on a banana peel and falling into a pile of leaves, making everyone laugh. Finally, Benny and Gary reached the Carrot Castle, a magical place where the biggest carrots grew. But there was one problem. A grumpy old tortoise named Mr. Slowpoke was guarding the entrance. "What do you want?" grumbled Mr. Slowpoke. "We're here for the biggest carrot," Benny shouted. Mr. Slowpoke thought for a moment, then said, "You can have the biggest carrot if you can make me laugh." Benny and Gary looked at each other and quickly came up with a plan. Benny did a silly dance, wiggling his ears and hopping around, while Gary sang a funny song about a frog who lost his way. To their delight, Mr. Slowpoke couldn't hold it in any longer and burst into laughter. "All right, you win. Go and take the biggest carrot." Benny and Gary cheered and hopped into the Carrot Castle. They found the most enormous carrot they had ever seen. They decided to share it with all their friends in the forest, celebrating with a big carrot feast. That night, as the stars twinkled above, Benny snuggled in his cozy burrow, feeling happy and proud. He had made new friends, shared laughter, and discovered that adventures are always better when shared. And so, Benny the brave little bunny drifted off to sleep, dreaming of his next big adventure. The end.